In order to see that your mesh is actually a correct mesh for the geometry and simulation that you're using, you should always refine it. Make the elements smaller and see if the results from the past mesh, the coarse one, and this new one, the fine one, converge onto a solid figure. If they do not, it means you need to keep refining until it does. Otherwise, your simulation will be non-applicable to anything. It won't work. I mean, it'll just give you gibberish or gibberish. Now, there are many, many ways to refine a mesh. There are some controls. You can do a sizing along a line, an edge. Click and apply. Click, control click on if you want to do more than one. And you could say element size, like 20 micrometers. Or you can do number of divisions. Say we want 10 elements at the top. Alright. Now there is a bias that you can do. Say you want it to be, want to have more elements on one side or the other. You click on the type of bias and put how much the factor will be. Say about 40. As you can see, it quickly goes to that. Say you wanted a lower bias, so 10, so it goes slower. There are different types of biases. Right to left, left to right, middle, and inverted middle. Alright. Now, other types are sizings again on the face. You can do sizings for any sort of geometry. It changes per type, though. Another refinement that you can do is simply by going into the sizing option when the mesh tab is highlighted. You can set the relevance center to medium or fine, which will make the mesh smaller and smaller. The element size you can set to say 10 micrometers, something like that. Change the smoothing and all the fine. There is a ton of stuff you can do here. The meshing and refining the mesh is probably the most time-consuming step in the entire simulation process. Because if your mesh is not correct, your simulation is not correct, and so it is useless. Anyway, when you've got to a suitable sort of controls, you click on Update to see if your mesh will work well in ANSYS. As you can see, it changed all of the mesh elements for me. Those are some of the tricks onto how to refine your mesh.